Okay, next Chaitra, be ready for the micro teaching. Ruka and Shaintash are the observers. Omkar, keep time.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to study a topic from ninth grade, mathematics chapter circles. Today we are going to have a review of the circle and its related terms. Okay. Do you all know what is a circle, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, in previous class and in previous grade of the sixth grade, you have studied how to draw a circle with a compass, with the use of compass. So, you all know how to draw it now. Okay.
Yes.
So, let me show you something. Can you recognize this? Can you see it clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What do you see here?
Circle.
Circle, man.
A circle, right? So here, what is a circle? We will first define what is the circle. Okay. Okay. This circle, it has a group of points. It is a collection of points. I will use a pointer and show you. Can you see it clearly? Try to focus on the video. You can see it here. The circle is drawn with the group of points through the center of the circle, through a fixed point. You will use a fixed point here, and then you will use the compass and you will draw the circle. The circle consists of what? The fixed point and the fixed distance from the point, and the fixed point is called as what? The center of the circle, right? It is the center of the circle. And the fixed distance that you keep, let me use a rubber band here and show you. This is the circle, and sorry, wait, this is a circle, and if you keep a band over here, from the center of the circle, the fixed distance that you see here is called as the radius of the circle. You use this fixed distance and you draw the circle with the help of the compass. So, did you understand? A circle is the collection of points drawn on a plane using the fixed point and a fixed distance, where the fixed point is called as the center of the circle and the fixed distance is called as the radius of the circle. You understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Uh, if you consider a plane on which the circle is drawn, you will see three components in it. What are those? The interior of the circle. The circle is drawn. Anything that lies inside of that circle diagram, that is called as the interior of the circle. The yellow portion you see here in this board, that is the interior of the circle. And the second thing what you see is the circle itself, the diagram of the circle itself. And the third thing what you see is the exterior of the circle. The orange portion you see in this plank is the exterior of the circle. So now we will study in the circle. If you connect two dots P and Q, can you see it? Can you see a line over here?
Yes, ma'am.
You have all studied these topics in your sixth class, so you can answer my question also. What is this called? This line is called as? What is this line is called as? The P and the Q. When you connect the two dots on the circle P and Q, what is this line called as? This is called as the chord. C-H-O-R-D, chord.
Yes, God.
Yeah, right. So now just consider the same chord is made to pass through the center. What it will become?
Diameter.
Diameter. So
Diameter.
on a circle, you will have many chords, just like the P and Q and P and R. You see the markings, right? Can you see the marking? PQ in the proper
Yes.
way, or is it mirrored? I don't know, as it is a visual video here. So this is P, this is Q, and this is R, and this is O. The center is marked as O, and the dots are P, Q, and R here. So this P and Q is a diameter, and this P and Q is a chord. When you draw many lines on the circle, touching the 2 points of the circle edge, it forms many of the chords. So this diameter is the longest chord of the circle. There is no chord that is longer than the diameter. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I will put a radius here. This is the radius. Okay. Now I will put another radius here. So what did you see? I put two rubber bands here. One from the O and R, another from the O and P. O and P and O and R are equal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So from this, what did we understand? The diameter is 2 times the radius, and the
Yes.
radius is half of the diameter. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, just consider this curvature. This is what we call this as the P to Q. When you mark P and Q, 2 points you mark on the circle, right? When you mark them, then the it is not a line segment. This is the connection. This is the connecting point of collection of the points. This connection, what is it is there? It is known as the arc. When 2 points are connected on the circle, the arc which is bigger is called as the major arc. The P and Q, the one I'm pointing over here, the P and Q, here to here, this arc is called as the major arc. And the one you see here, this one is called as the minor arc. Did you understand this one? The major arc and the minor arc. Even this one, and now you can see this. Another thing about this, in the arc itself, when we draw a diameter here, even this one, this is a major arc or the minor arc? This one. When you draw a diameter, the half of the circle, this one, what is this? Does it come under the major arc or the minor arc? Students, can you hear me? Inchara, can you answer this? It doesn't come under the major arc nor under the minor arc because the diameter cuts the circle in the equal parts. So this arc and this arc are in equal region. So this is called as the semicircle. This region is called as the semicircle, and the area covering this portion in the diameter, when the diameter cuts the circle into the half, this portion and this portion is called as the semicircle region. So what we understood by this, when a diameter is cut, these portions are called as the semicircle region, and this is called as the semicircle. And if you consider the unequal parts of the whole circle region, that time this P to Q arc is called as the major arc, and this small arc is called as the minor arc. Okay, now we will consider a chord PQ. Okay, we will consider the chord PQ. You have now understood when a chord cuts the circle, the minor arc this is called as the minor arc, and this is called the major arc. When the chord is the diameter, then it is the semicircle and the semicircle region. Now, we call it as a semicircle region. When a small chord cuts it, then this region and this region is what is these regions are called as the region formed by the chord and the minor arc, the chord and the major arc. The region formed by the chord and the minor arc is called as the minor segment, and the region formed by the chord and the major arc is called as the major segment. Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So today what all we studied in our class? First, how the circle is drawn with the compass, with a fixed center and the fixed distance called radius, we form the circle. And we understood the term radius, we understood the term diameter, and we understood the term chord, and we understood the term minor arc, minor segment, major segment, and semicircle and semicircle region. Okay. Now I want all of you to on your video. I want all of you to on your video. Okay. Please turn on your video, all of you, as soon as possible. Yes. Now, what I see around me, I have one circular object that I can see is this bangle. Like that, all of you show me one object around you that is in the circular shape. One object. Yes, bangle. What are you showing? Say, no, please tell the name of what object you are showing. Karthik is showing a plate. Inchara is showing the Bhuchandeka. Okay. Cap of the bottle, right? Yes. And what Sana is showing? She's also showing a bangle. Shainta's also showed the bangle. What? Muchda. Vijay is showing muchda. Yes. Okay. So today's topic, my topic was the recapitulation of the 6th grade topic, circles. So I guess the topic and the recapitulation is clear to everybody. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Observation set. Hello?
Ma'am, 12 minutes ಆತ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಆಯ್ತು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
ಏನೇನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್
Movement,
ಮಾಡಿ
facial expressions, hand movements were excellent, ma'am. And change in speech pattern was there. Focusing of student, she tried to focus student attention as much as possible. Interaction style was very good. And teacher pupil interaction, pupil teacher interaction was there. Then switching from oral to visual was there, visual to oral was there. Then physical pupil participation was there, ma'am. All the components were
Okay.
there.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆದವರು
And she covered each and every component.
ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್
ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಚೈತ್ರ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ
Thank you, ma'am.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್
Thank you. Yeah. This is the circle, right? Now, in this circle, as we have studied in our 6th grade, we know that a circle is driven from the use of the compass. You mark a radius, whatever the length you want, on a scale, and you put it on the center. You put the pointer on the center and you draw a circle. So, in this process, what you understand, a circle, it is a collection of points. This one circle is a collection of points driven from one fixed point with the fixed distance, and it creates a circle, right? And that fixed center is called as, fixed point is called as the center of the circle, and that fixed distance is called as the radius of the circle. So, by the help of the rubber band, I will show here how a center is, how the point from the center and the point on the circle gives you the radius of the circle. When the same radius is extended, if the same radius is extended to another point from one edge of the circle to the another edge of the circle, it creates a diameter. From this, what we know, a diameter is 2 times the radius. Or else we can also say that a radius is half of the diameter, right? Okay. Now we will understand one thing. Another thing is the circle is a two-dimensional figure. It is not a three-dimensional figure. If you take a ball or something, then it will become a three-dimensional figure. A circle has only one plane, right? The x coordinate and the y coordinate. So it is used in one plane. So it is a two-dimensional figure. So in this plane, when a circle is driven, we see three components in it. That is, first comes the interior of the circle. You can see this yellow part as a circle, right? This area, the area of the circle, or the area inside of the circle is called as the interior of the circle. And the second component is the circle itself, the diagram of the circle itself. And the third component is the exterior of the circle. The any area that lies outside of the circle is called as the exterior of the circle. So we understood the three components of the circle in a 2D plane is the inside of the circle itself, and the exterior of the circle. Okay, now we will study the next part of the next component of the circle, that is the chord of the circle. I have put a rubber band here. Can you see it? Can you see the naming here? I think the video might be mirrored or not mirrored. The naming is S and Q here. Okay. The line we have joined here from the point S and the Q, this is called as the chord of the circle. Chord is nothing but a line connecting 2 points on the edge of the circle. On the diagram, you have a circle diagram. You have this circle is called as the circumference, right? Any point that lies on the circumference, those two points are joined, that creates you the chord of the circle. Now I will put another rubber band from the point P and R. From the point P and R, you see two lines over here, right? This is a chord and this is a diameter. Can you see another similarity here? The diameter is also a chord of a circle. The diameter is also a chord of a circle, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The chord of a
Yes, ma'am.
circle is any line that connects 2 points on the circumference. So even a diameter has 2 points on the circumference, and the connection between them creates a chord. So what we understand by this, the diameter is nothing but a longest or the biggest chord in the circle. No matter how many chords you draw on a circle, one over here or one over here or anywhere you draw, the diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Okay. Now we will understand the arcs of the circle. Okay. When we draw a chord here, this P to Q, on the circumference, we have a length here, right? The one from P to Q. Can you see it? I'm pointing it in the video here. Can you see it? That arc is called as major arc of the circle. And the one that lies here, the smaller one, is called as the minor arc of the circle. The arc is measured in terms of the length. It is the length of the circumference. Total length is called as circumference. When you draw a circle, when you measure a length of the circle, a total circle, then it is called as a circumference. Then when you consider only one sector of that, which is divided by a chord, is called as the arc, and the biggest one is called as the major arc, and the smallest one is called as the minor arc. Now let us consider a chord that is diameter. Okay, we consider the chord diameter which divides the circle into half. So these are the equal parts of the circle. This is equal to this. So when this arc is considered, this is neither called as the minor arc nor the major arc. This is called as semicircle. The arc that connects the P and R is called as the semicircle. And the below arc is also a semicircle because both the arcs are equal to each other. And the region that falls between the semicircle and the diameter is called as the semicircle region, semicircular region. So now we will consider the smallest chord itself. The chord itself, we will consider a small chord that is smaller than the diameter. We have learned the major arc and the minor arc, right? Now the area that is covered between the chord and the minor arc, this area is called as minor segment. And the area that is covered from the chord and the major arc is called as the major segment. So today in our class, what all we studied, I will just remind once. We studied what is a circle, what is the center, what is the radius, and what is the diameter. And we studied what is a chord and what is a diameter is also a chord. We understood the diameter is also a chord, which is the longest chord of the circle. And we understood the semicircle and the semicircle region, and we understood the major arc, minor arc, major segment, and minor segment. So students, now I am going to tell you one activity to do. All of you turn your videos on. All of you turn your videos on, please. Yes. Now I'm just going to show you one. I'm wearing a bangle. So this one bangle is an object that is in circular shape. Right? I showed you one object that is nearby me that is in circular shape. Now all of you show me one object that is in circular shape and name it and tell the name of it so the person can understand.
Bartley Boots, ma'am.
Vijay is
This
showing
is
the
bottle.
bottle cap. And
This
Inchara
is
is showing
bangle,
the
ma'am.
bottle cap. Shine is showing the bangle itself. Yes. Okay, students. So, in next class, we will study the further knowledge about the circle. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. 9 minutes 50 seconds.
Okay.